Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend and you're looking forward to a nice week ahead. Our theme today is peace. So let us be at peace within ourselves and with everybody around us. So we'll dip in and out of that throughout the practice. And as always, honour your body, only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin by lying down. Making yourself comfortable on your mat. As you begin to move into the present moment. Letting go everything that's going on in your life, in your world. And just bringing yourself to the mat. For the next hour, you have no roles, no responsibilities, nothing to do but spend this time connecting your body with your mind through your breath. And as you lie here, let your attention go to the base of your spine. Becoming aware of your connection with the mat. Noticing any sensations that you feel at the base of your spine. And directing your breath towards this point. And move this attention now to your navel area. Noticing how it moves with your breath. And again, focusing on any sensations you feel. Transferring your focus to the base of your sternum. Seeing how it rises and falls with your breath. And then moving upwards to the hollow of your throat where your collarbones meet. Becoming aware of your breath traveling through this point. And moving that attention on upwards to that point between your eyebrows. Finding a stillness, a calmness, a peace here. And then letting that attention rest on the crown of your head. Feeling your body's energy flow between the base of your spine and the crown of your head through all of these points. And then letting that attention rest on your breath. As you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale. And getting the breath into a rhythm by counting. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and pause. 2, 3, 4, and inhale. 2, 3, 4. Continuing on with your own count in your own rhythm, but having each section of your breath an even length. And now begin to lengthen that exhale, maybe making it up to twice the length of your inhale. And one more breath here. And then when you're ready, bending your knees, rolling over onto your side and making your way up to stand at the top of your mat. Standing with your feet hip width apart, equal weight on both feet as you stand up nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, turning those palms outwards. And notice as you turn the palms outwards how that just opens and lifts the chest a little, draws the shoulders slightly back and lengthens the spine. And let's take 2 breaths here. As you inhale, allow the arms to drift away. And as you exhale, allowing them to come back to the side. And then from here, bringing the hands onto your shoulders, let's draw big circles with those elbows. Just warming up those shoulders a little bit. And then taking those circles in the opposite direction. And bringing the arms down by your sides, bowing the head, and just again bringing the head in big circles. Nice and slowly, first in one direction, and then take it the opposite way. And coming back to stillness with your left leg, just step it a little bit over towards the right side of your mat, and taking your right leg, bring it towards the left. So you're sort of cross-legged, but gently cross-legged. And draw the left hand up and right hand behind. So you're getting a nice little twist. Taking one more breath here. And then taking that over to the other side. So just gently crossing the legs, not a big cross. And then drawing the right arm up and the left arm behind. We've got a lot of twists in our practice today. I love twists. I think they really open up the spine, allow you to open the whole body and free it. And then coming back to stand at the top of the mat. Let's have a nice sun salute on each side to get our bodies warmed up and moving. So again, checking in with the feet, hip width apart, nice straight line forward, equal weight on both feet, drawing the arms up, palms together, raise the gaze and take a breath. And then coming into your forward fold. Bending those knees as much as you need to. And halfway lift or lengthening through the spine. And forward fold again. Let's step that right leg back as far as it can go at this stage of your practice. Opening out the foot for your low lunge. And then bringing it into your plank as we take 3 breaths here, remembering to have that little micro bend at the elbow, a softness in the elbow. And then coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly. And with the lightness of your hand, draw your forehead and chest away from the mat so that your core and your back muscles are doing the heavy lifting here. And then pushing on up through your tabletop. Adjust those hands as you come into your downward dog. Pedaling your way in. Just giving those legs the opportunity, those muscles to stretch out and begin to waken up. And then coming to your point of stillness, wherever that is, as we take 3 breaths here, keeping the gaze towards the belly button so the line of your spine is true. And stretching that right leg out behind you, step it through for your low lunge. Stepping up to your forward fold. And bend the knees, coming all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze. Flowing into your forward fold. And lengthen the spine or halfway lift. And forward fold again. Stepping the left leg back for your low lunge. And then into your plank for 3 breaths. We'll have quite a bit of plank going on today. Always great for the core, remembering to draw up that pelvic floor, belly button in and up. And then coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly into your baby cobra. And through to your downward dog for 3 breaths. And then stretching that left leg out behind you. Step it through for your low lunge. And into the forward fold. Bending those knees, coming all the way up to stand at the top of your mat with your hands in prayer, taking a breath here. Close the eyes. Let the focus go to that point between your eyebrows as you take 2 more breaths. Just thinking of the word peace with each breath. And then from here, once again, hinging at the hips into a forward fold. Let the hands come fully down onto the mat. And let's step back into a plank. And we're going to run through this a couple of times. So you've got a choice on how you come down each time we're in our plank. You can come down the way we do in our sun salute, so on your knees, feet, chest and belly. And then we're going to come into a cobra and push back up into downward dog. Or, if you prefer, you can lower yourself down. So keeping the elbows in, if you allow the shoulders to come a little in front of the wrists, and then just lower yourself down, all the way down onto the mat, and then into your back bend. So whichever way you prefer to do, or mix them up as you wish, let us do that a couple of times between each of the poses. So in your plank, taking 3 breaths here. And then lowering yourself down onto your mat as you wish, and going from here into your baby cobra. Activate the hands to push on up into a fuller back bend, and then going through from this to your downward dog. Stretching that right leg out behind you, stepping the right leg through, bring the left knee down, so we're in our low lunge, and rise up. And from here, bring your arms into a T, and we're going to just rotate to the right. Keeping those arms in a T, let's take 3 breaths here. Keeping this knee over the, right knee over the ankle. And coming back to the center, bringing the hands down, let's step it back into a plank once again. 3 breaths here. And then lowering yourself down onto your mat, whatever way you choose. Coming into your back bend, pushing on up and into your downward dog for 3 breaths. And stretching that left leg out behind you, stepping it through to your low lunge. Again, bringing those arms out into a T, this time rotating to the left as we take 3 breaths here. And again, back to the center, through to your plank for 3 breaths. And come down on your knees and feet, or whichever way you prefer. That was from habit. Lower down. And lifting into your cobra, pushing on up to your downward dog. Stretching that right leg out behind you, stepping it through. This time, keeping the knee up off the mat, the left knee. Raising the body up, taking the right arm, raise it up, bring the left hand onto the thigh, and let that gaze look to the left. As we take 3 breaths here. Great for strengthening the legs. And coming back to center, moving it through to your plank once again. And lowering yourself down onto your mat. Coming into your back bend and pushing through to your downward dog. Stretching the left leg up and step it through again. Coming on to the toes of that back foot, but keeping the knee up off the mat. Lifting the body up, raising the left hand, bring the right hand down the back of the right leg and looking to the right. One more breath. And then again, bringing it into your plank. And lowering down onto your mat. Lifting into your cobra. Pushing on up through your back bend to your downward dog. Good. Let's take 3 breaths here. Once again, stretching that right leg up and stepping it through. And just draw that left leg across so it's in line with your right heel. From here, lifting up. So we're going to keep this knee bent, bringing the hands into prayer. And as we then bend forward, let that left elbow come onto the right knee. You might actually find it easier to have that left leg across at hip width, and that's fine. And looking upwards. And then staying in this position, bringing your hands behind you and into prayer behind you, if you can, or fold them, if that's easier. And then letting that left hand come down onto the mat, raise the right arm past your ear. Bringing the right hand down, let's step it back to a downward dog. And stretching that left leg out behind you. Stepping it through. Again, either lining the heels up or keep them hip width apart, whichever you prefer. Hands into prayer and bringing that elbow to the left leg. Looking upwards and towards the back. And bringing the right hand down, let that left arm come up past your ear. And bringing it onto the mat as we once again step back into downward dog. Raising that right leg up, stepping it through. This time letting your right arm rest on the right thigh as you line those heels up and draw that left arm up past the ear. So you're getting a nice long side angle on this side. One more breath here. And bringing it through to your downward dog once again. Stretching that left leg out and stepping it through. Line up the heels if you like. And with this knee bent, resting that left arm on your left thigh, drawing the right arm up past the ear. And from here, bringing those hands down, this time stepping back into your plank for 3 breaths. And when you're ready, lowering yourself down, bringing in your back bend, and pushing on up to your downward dog. Taking that right leg, stretching it out, and step it through. So again, keeping this right knee bent, we are going to put the left hand on the mat and stretch the right hand up for a reverse triangle. And here you may wish to lengthen out that front leg. Gaze looking upwards, taking 3 breaths. From here, keeping the hand where it is if you can. Step the left leg up to meet the right, toes together, heels a little bit apart. Sitting down into a chair but keeping that twist. One more breath here. And then if your body permits you, bringing the hand down, lower down into a squat. Bringing the hands onto the mat, step it back once more to your plank. 3 breaths here, keeping a softness in those elbows. And then lowering yourself down onto your mat, through your back bend, and once more up to your downward dog. Stretching that left leg out behind you. Let's step it through, keeping this knee bent. Right hand onto the mat. You can be on your fingertips, or you can use a block to put your hand on. So if your hand doesn't want to rest all the way down on the mat, use some support and draw that left arm up for a nice reverse triangle. And if you like, you can open out that front leg for an extra stretch. And then stepping the right foot up beside the left, toes together, heels apart, keeping that left hand up for your chair. And bringing the arm down to come into your squat. And from here, bring the hands behind you, lower yourself down onto your mat, having those knees bent, and just round forward. Over the legs, take a little rest. When you're ready, coming to sit up tall, equal weight on both seat bones, lengthening through the spine, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Bring those hands down either side of the hips with those toes pointing upwards as we take 4 breaths here. And then reaching forward with your right hand to your left leg, bend that knee if you need to. Raise the left leg up and drawing the left arm out. Have a nice little twist here. One more breath. And then lowering that left foot down. Keep the knees bent. Bring the right foot up beside it, and this time taking both feet, lifting them up. Keep the knees bent if you like, or straighten the legs out and take a twist. And just relax into the pose. And one more breath. And lowering the feet down. Coming back to let the legs come out long once more as you sit up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine. Close the eyes here, and as you breathe again, just saying the word peace to yourself. And then reaching forward with the left hand to the right leg, raising it up and bringing the right arm out to the side as again we take a little twist to the right. And lowering the leg down as we again bring both feet together and lift it up. Let the core help you to find a stillness here. Lengthen through the spine. One more breath. And lowering those legs down, this time keeping the knees bent. And let's take the right arm and put it against the left leg as we take a fuller twist to the left, keeping that length of spine. And then come back to the center, let the body settle. Again, as you breathe, just internally repeating that word, peace. And let's take it to the other side. So left hand on that right leg to just deepen the twist. And coming back to center. And now just swinging those legs behind you, coming onto your toes, sitting back so you're getting a nice foot stretch. As you bring the hands into prayer, lengthen through the spine. This pose really helps you to have a nice long straight spine. Closing the eyes. Repeating your mantra, peace. peace. And when you're ready, make your way into tabletop. With those shoulders over wrists, hips over knees and feet straight out behind you. Let's raise that left arm up, following it with your gaze. And then threading it through, coming all the way through so your shoulder and ear come onto the ground. And again, raising it up and threading it through. Raising it up and threading it through. Raising it up and threading it through. One more time. And coming back onto tabletop and take a cow pose. So tilting that pelvis, dip the belly, raise the chest. And then lifting up that right arm, following it with your gaze. And bringing it all the way through. Focus on your spine as you do this. Just notice how it moves with the movement from your tailbone all the way up. And threading it through. Once again, bringing it through. 2 more times. And thread. And final time, lifting it up. And bringing it through. And coming back to your tabletop and once more into your cow. And from here, just making your way down onto your mat, onto your belly. Folding your arms and let your head rest on your arms for a nice crocodile pose. Lovely, gentle back bend this. And from here, making your way onto your back. Drawing those arms behind you for a lovely full body stretch. And again, repeating that mantra of peace with each breath. And bringing those arms into a T with your legs. Bring them out to the side. If you've got enough space, let them open out long, straight. And in your own time, bringing that over to the other side. And then coming back to the center, and we're going to just finish our practice with some shoulder stands. So if you don't like doing shoulder stands and they're not for you, then you can either just have the legs in the air and move them as we move them in shoulder stand, or make your way into your final resting position of Shavasana. So whichever you prefer, we'll just do a few short poses in shoulder stand. So if you're going to do some shoulder stands, bend the knees, hug those knees into the chest, in towards the chest, and then just rocking the body a little bit. And lift yourself up, holding yourself up with your hands on the back of your pelvis, elbows pointing straight away from you. Let the legs come up long. And then let those legs open out wide. If you can touch the right leg down onto the floor, do, and draw the left leg over beside it. So you're getting a little bit of a twist here. And then coming up with both legs and taking that to the other side. So left leg down, right leg coming towards it. And once again, drawing both legs up. And bringing them directly behind your head. And once more, bringing them up high. Bending the knees, gently lowering yourself down onto your mat. Good. I hope you enjoyed that practice and that you're feeling very peaceful after it. So now it's time for you to allow the body a little bit of recovery time. So bringing yourself into your Shavasana. Palms facing upwards, feet out to the side. As you relax, release, let go. Letting go your toes and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles, your calves and shins. Letting go the backs of your knees, the fronts of your knees, the backs of your thighs, the fronts of your thighs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis, the whole back of your body and shoulder blades. Letting go the front of your body, chest and shoulders, your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, backs of your hands, palms of your hands and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And then take a moment here for gratitude. Gratitude to yourself, to your own ability for inner peace. And gratitude for all that's working in your life today. And let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause and then exhale. With each breath, just feeling a deeper connection with your inner self. And imagine you're on your favorite mountain. Find your favorite place on that mountain. Notice the sky above you, the ground below you. Take in the scene with all of your senses. Notice how connected you are to the mountain. How connected you are to your world around you. Find a place here to rest. Repeating that mantra of peace.